Hello and welcome to another episode, a special episode of the Pulse of Spokane. I'm with Brian from the Girl Scouts of Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho. It's the premiere of their new van for girls in STEM that they're going to take all around the Northwest. Brian, Talk to me about what this van's going to mean for people.
Thank you, Pulse. Thank you, Pulse, for having us here. This is literally our first time on camera, so thank you, STEM Mobile, for looking so good. We're excited about this STEM Mobile. It started almost 2 years ago, actually, where we went out and we understood, and through our data, that Girl Scouts are 20 points more likely to be interested in STEM careers, science, technology, engineering, and math, when they're exposed to it at younger ages.
Sure.
Our program, Girl Scouts, which you can join any time of the year, so join us today, goes from kindergarten all the way up to high school. So we are excited to show girls about STEM. Well, we're 65,000 square miles. We're all the way from Tenasket all the way down to Sunnyside, from Moscow all the way up to Sandpoint. So they're not all able to come to our new STEM room that we're going to also be premiering here shortly, called the Imagination Room. Well, how do we go to them? We come to them. We come to them. So 2 years ago, we got together with investors like Washington Trust, Itron, the Schweitzers, Numerica, Avista, and EWU, and they said, let's do this. And so we got going. And we ended up ordering this great van and $20,000 worth of experiments to show girls that their horizons are limitless. And then what happened? COVID. In fact, the Ford production line ended up stopping production of vans to do ventilators, which totally makes sense. So here we are, almost a year and a half later, and we finally got it. And local customers like R&R and the Wrap folks ended up doing an incredible job delivering it for us. And we're going to show it to our members at our annual meeting this Saturday. And we're going to premiere it to our investors this Friday. And then she hits the road to deliver STEM.
So obviously the van is very exciting. You mentioned girls in STEM, obviously more likely to join when they're exposed at a young age. What are some of the possibilities that are going to be brought to you by this van?
Well, our first experiment, which is called biomimicry, which I don't even know exactly what it was. I need to go back to school to learn all about that, so I need to come to the first STEM thing. But it's sponsored by our local company here, Geoengineers. It's going to talk to girls about how you can make things that are more in harmony with nature, how that when we build something, we make sure that it fits within our earth. And so you can imagine our STEM experts, either Kaylin or we have another STEM expert, Katie, who lives out in the Ellensburg area. Her standing right where you are, right on those steps right there. She's going to roll on up. It's got solar power here, so we don't even have to go anywhere where we have to have electricity. We can just roll on up. We've got hot water. We got cold water. We open up the doors and we say, girls, just watch this. And we will take anyone that comes up to our van because we think as Girl Scouts that science is cool.
Yeah, what are some of the advantages? Obviously the van will bring possibilities to travel, but what are some of the advantages of having a van rather than perhaps a home base here in Spokane or in another city?
Emmett, thanks. That's a great question. I think exactly what you're kind of implying with the van being able to travel. We want to go where folks want us to be, because Girl Scouts is a place where we need to attract all girls who want to learn courage, confidence, and character, and they're not always going to come to our program center. So schools want us to come on by, we're going to be there. Convention places want us to come on by, we're going to be there. Are you going to see us at places like Bloomsday and any kind of festival? Pig Out in the Park, I don't know if we'll be doing that, but we could find some food and hang out with them as well.
Absolutely.
The bottom line is Girl Scouts matter. We need more girls out there who want to make the world a better place, so we're going to come to them and find them, and we're going to show them cool science in the process.
That's great. Well, obviously it's a beautiful van here, very striking to the eye. I'm sure wherever you go, people will flock to it.
I hope so.
Yeah, well, without further ado, let's take a look inside the van with Kaylin.
This is Bloomsday in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in second grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
All right, cool. Just a sec. All right, well, we're finally inside the special van from the Girl Scouts. Talk to me about some of the stuff that's going to be going on inside the van.
Yes, we are super excited to finally have this van in our hands and ready to go out on the road. We do have some receptacles here that we are going to have to fill with some really cool things by some companies that love us and support us as Girl Scouts, like Geoengineers. So we'll have everything from tablets to supplies to do really cool chemistry experiments and reactions and explosions. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, all of the containers and science lab things that you need in order to do all of those. We have it equipped with solar panels so that we don't need power wherever we go. We can just roll on up and go ahead and get started. We'll have a really cool projector that we can project any of our shows or PowerPoints or extra learning materials onto this really cool board that was installed for us. We also have hot and cold water. You know, in the winter months, we'll be able to show up as well. We'll stay nice and warm for all of our girls who are outside and gathering to do science and learn about STEM.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we can't see it now, but there's a whiteboard and everything in here. So are most of the classes going to be taught with our girls outside and a teacher in the van, or is it going to be a lot of hands-on stuff going on in here as well?
You know, I think it'll totally depend. We have a variety of things that we could do. Maybe we'll be launching some bottle rockets, which we probably won't want to do inside the van. So we'll probably step outside for that stuff, but we can easily come in, grab all the supplies, go back outside and set up. For some of the things that we might want direct plugins, we have outlets installed so that we can just plug in and use what we need to inside of here. It'll be as mobile as the van is, so we can come inside, we can go outside. It'll be great either way, but it depends on what we have on the agenda for the day.
Well, Kaylin, are there any first destinations that the van is going? Maybe a place that's going to get the first look, other than Spokane Talks here, of course?
Oh, yeah. So aside from you guys, we're going to be hitting Sunnyside first. We'll head on over to Pasco, Walla Walla, and then over to Sandpoint, and then we'll just keep the route going on from there. All regions of our council have done such an amazing job over the last year with cookies, and we have made that commitment to show up into some of those places. So Sunnyside is going to be our first stop, and it's going to be awesome.
Great. Well, is there a project maybe that you're looking most forward to? You said bottle rockets. You're definitely going to have to let me know when that happens, but is there one you're excited for?
You know, I think just in general, the ability to show up and do different kinds of experiments is going to be my favorite thing, just the sheer amount of options that we have with this. I can't say I have a favorite, but anything that involves taking some supplies out and launching things off like bottle rockets would probably be up there on my list.
Well, it's all very exciting.
Yes.
Thanks for giving Spokane Talks the first look at the van. We're extremely pleased to have that responsibility. But look over for the van all around the Inland Northwest. It's a very exciting time for the Girl Scouts, and we'll catch you next time on The Pulse.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Pulse. We are where you are. Check us out on any of these other platforms, as well as our website. This show is sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Homes for You, and Apex Cannabis.